And a Lauderdale County woman serving 20 years in prison for killing her husband is up for parole soon. And the victim's daughter is fighting to make sure she does not get it. WAAY 31's Brittany Harry has the story.
Does it feel like with every parole hearing that comes around, you have to relive this every single time?
It does. I was a mess that day. I miss my dad.
14-year Navy veteran Ed Bigley died after being shot 9 times by his wife Lisa Bigley in a premeditated attack. It happened nearly 17 years ago, but for Ed's daughter Shay Willis, sometimes she says it feels like it was yesterday.
He was a great man. I loved him. He would call me, we'd talk 10 times a day, in between my classes at school. And he was really just my best friend, just a great guy, fun loving.
A man, she says, who certainly didn't deserve what happened to him.
And she was certifiably, crazy. She would call and leave voice messages, and he was recording them and he was sending them to me. And 2 weeks before he died, he said, "Shay Marie," he said, "take these recordings. If anything happens to me, give them to the judge." And I did.
Lisa is now about 3 years away from ending her prison term, and that in itself is concerning for Shay. She says it shouldn't happen any sooner.
I believe she's threatened other people, in her lifetime, and they've reached out to me. So I fear that when she gets out, who's to say she's not going to try and come for me, because I have kept her in prison, for 20 years, but she deserves to be there for what she did. I would appreciate anybody and anyone that would want to write a letter to try and keep her in her last 3 years.
Brittany Harry, WAAY 31 News.